Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will cover the topic poem The Rain by William Henry Davies. The poem The Rain is written by W.H. Davies, who is a great lover of nature. This poem describes the natural sight of rain. The rain falls on top thick leaves. These thick leaves drink the rainwater first and then pass the rainwater drop after drop to the lower thin leaves. The top thick leaves symbolize rich people who enjoy most of the blessings, but they give a very little amount of alms to the poor. The beating of the raindrops against the thick leaves of tree produces soft music. The poet feels happy to hear it. In the second stanza, the poet says that when the rain stops, the sun will come out from the clouds. It will illuminate everything, including dark round drops of the rain. Its light will spread everywhere equally. This will create a beautiful and pleasant scene. Here the poet hopes that the day will come when the painful difference between the rich and the poor will come to an end. There will be a prevailed peace and equality in society. In short, this poem shows the poet's love for nature and his starkly realistic understanding of society and laws of nature. The emergence of bright sun after heavy rain gives us a message of hope, optimism, and happiness. Now the question, I'll read this following stanza carefully and answer the question given at the end. And the stanza is, I hear leaves drinking rain. I hear rich leaves on the top, giving the poor beneath, drop by drop. 'Tis a sweet noise to hear these green leaves drinking water. Question number 1 is, what is the name of the poet? The stanza has been taken from the poem The Rain. The poet of this poem is W.H. Davies. What does the poet hear? The poet hears leaves drinking rain water and later passing the water to the lower leaves. What do the rich and the poor leaves symbolize? The poet has used leaves, sun, and sunlight as metaphors. Rich leaves symbolize rich people of the society, whereas the poor leaves symbolize poor part of the society. Which problem of society has been highlighted in the stanza? Unfair distribution of assets and basic needs of life in society have been discussed and highlighted in the stanza. Why is the noise sweet to the poet? The noise is sweet to hear for the poet as he can imagine that the rich are taking care of the poor, and though at last yet poor are getting their due share in basic needs and blessings of life. Stanza number 2 is, and when the sun comes out, after this rain shall stop, a wondrous light will fill each dark round drop. I hope the sun shines bright. It will be a lovely sight. Question number 1 is, how does the scene look after the rain? The scene after the rain looks wonderful as the sunlight fills each dark and round drop with its wondrous light. What is the hope of the poet? The poet is hopeful that the sun will shine brightly on the tree without any difference of rich and poor leaves, and will share its light equally with the whole tree. He is hopeful that there will be equality in the society. The differences and injustice will be no more, and humans will live with equality. What change in the weather does the poet expect? The poet expects that the sun will come out after the rain and there will be brightness all around the world. Each dark and round drop will be filled with wonderful sunlight to make the scene lovely. Enlist all the adjectives and the adjective phrases in the stanza. Adjectives and adjective phrases used in the stanza are wondrous light, dark, round drop, shines bright, and lovely sight. Thank you.